I gave people all the stuff they really needed. Social security checks, utility bills, TV guide.
I want a TV guidance counselor. TV guidance counselor. Staying up to watch all night, and everything's gonna be alright with my TV guidance counselor.
Hey everybody, welcome to TV Guidance Counselor. I am Ken Reed, as always, your TV Guidance Counselor, and this is the show where each and every week since Valentine's Day 2014, I welcome an interesting guest to talk about classic television, almost always using a back issue of TV Guide magazine from my personal collection as the inspiration for our conversation. This week is no exception to that. My guest is the very funny comedian Shanna Christmas. It's August, everybody. I just missed Christmas in July. It just hit me right now, although I'm sure she gets that all the time, although Shanna Christmas is her stage name. But anyway, she has a brand new comedy special called Highly Intelligent. It is on YouTube. I put links in the show description here. She's Las Vegas based, super funny, awesome person. Really enjoyed chatting with her. And incidentally, if you'd like to follow along and play the home game, if you have $5 or more a month and you want to go over to Patreon, patreon.com/TV Guidance Counselor, the PDF of this TV guide is up there for you to download, and you can flip through it. And if there's a TV guide I don't have in the PDF archives that you want to request, let me know, and I'll see if I can scan that for you. But, you know, if you don't have the money, that's fine too. Or if you have like $1,000, that'd be really good. Made it to August. Oof, it's been a tough time, everybody. Been a tough time. Although a couple weeks ago I was up in Maine. I did some stand-up, so a couple of you said hello. So hello. It was nice to see some people. Anyway, I don't know when I'll do that again. Better not do that again anytime soon. I'll be here next week on the show. But anyway, you'll enjoy this. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's episode of TV Guidance Counselor with my guest, Shanna Christmas.
TV is my friend, and it has been always there for me in time of need.
Live via satellite from, I believe you're in Las Vegas still, right? Or are you in California?
Las Vegas.
You're in Vegas. Mm-hmm. Shanna Christmas, how are you?
Hello, I'm well. I'm doing well, Ken. I'm very excited.
I feel like it might be hotter here than it is in Las Vegas. I just shut off my fan and AC, and I'm just I'll be a sweaty mess by the end of this.
Oh, it's hotter. You think it's hotter in Boston? It might be
like
muggy.
It's 95 degrees and humid, and it's 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it was 112 today. So
that's pretty bad. Yeah. The one time I went to Vegas, it was brutal, and everyone was like, "We never get humidity except today." And I'm like, "Awesome, thanks."
Yeah, last week it was a mix. It was like monsoony out there, so it was nice. Muggy, and it was hot, and it was gross.
Because you grew up there, right?
Born and raised, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. There's a few comics. Baron Vaughn's from Vegas.
Yes, we did not know each other growing up. And we're almost the same. Yeah, we're the same age. Yeah, he went to nerd school. He went to art school. And I was a jock, so we never crossed paths. Never crossed paths.
I imagine you would have bullied him. Be like, "Where's your lunch money, nerd?"
I feel I was kind of a nerd too. I got away from getting bullied because I was good at sports, but I was in all the honors classes and stuff like that too. It was weird, but
But you had to be like, they just give me those. I'm not really that way. I'm a sports guy.
I was also very, very I was 6'3" at 14, so I was still getting bullied myself. Yeah.
As was I. I was not a girl in Las Vegas, so I assume it was worse. But I had this level of sideburn and height at 13, 14. So
sideburn.
Yeah, the sideburns came in, and I've never drank. Never drank my whole life, and kids found that very offensive because I could buy alcohol without getting carded, and could go into clubs and stuff, and they were like, "And you're not drink? What the hell?" They were personally offended by that.
You went and bought liquor and went into nightclubs when you were underage?
Oh yeah, all the time. I used to.
Why?
I was in punk rock bands, and I used to go hang out. So I was going to all the rock clubs in Boston, but no, I've never had my ID checked.
That's wild. Wow.
Which is fine. I'm I just want to see the bands.
That's crazy. I remember being in college in Florida, and they let 18-year-olds mingle with the adults at some of the nightclubs and bars. And sometimes we would go to 21 and over clubs, and they were like, "Use my ID." I'm like, "No, but whose ID am I using to get in here?
Some 5 foot tall Asian girl.
What are you talking about?
They don't look.
The first thing they're gonna do is look at my height and be like, "That's not you."
Yeah. No, I you ever seen the movie Summer School? It's Jeff Franklin wrote it, who ended up creating Full House, but it's from '87 and it's like a teen comedy. But there's this kid who has a fake ID, and he's a high school kid, and the IDs of like a Vietnam vet guy.
Oh no!
And the thing's like, this says you were in Vietnam, and then the kid just goes, "War can change a man." And I'm like,
that was
joke.
McLovin before McLovin.
Yes, perfect joke. 20 years in advance.
So funny.
So speaking of that era, you picked an issue here from it's the last issue of 1991, first issue of 1992. What about this issue appealed to you?
Nothing.
Nothing. Goodbye.
I was trying to type, look and see, when was Christmas? What was happening? How old was I? I would have been turning, because Christmas is a stage name. It's actually my birthday. So in 91, I would have just turned, 11? 10.
Okay. Yep. That sounds about right.
So it's like, people are like, wow, you're born in 81. I'm like, yeah, a week before 1982. I'm not really in 81 at all.
Just under the wire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're called elder millennials.
Yes, geriatric.
Oh, geriatric.
Yes,
That's even worse.
I like that. I like geriatric.
Really?
Yeah, the multiple syllables. Ooh.
The multiple syllables is good.
You got to freak them out a little bit. Elderly? I don't like that.
Elder? Nah. It has kind of a nice, ring to it. It's like a cigarette holder.
Respect your elders.
I'm an elder millennial.
I'm geriatric, and we still be out here. When Back That Ass Up comes on, there's no better era. Sorry.
Yeah. Having grown up in the Boston area, you could imagine the kids I grew up with were all assholes. Mm-hmm. And they thought geriatric meant mentally handicapped.
Oh, boy.
Because they also thought that Jerry's kids were mentally handicapped.
Oh, wow.
And so they thought they were called... This is an insane logic from these kids. That, Jerry's kids were geriatric, who were mentally handicapped people. So they would see geriatric homes, and they would be like, yeah, it's full of... And I'm like, you guys are so stupid.
These are like AARP people. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wow. That explains a lot about how the country went.
Yeah, although we're a blue state, so explain that. Yeah, I always call Boston, it has an artisanal xenophobia, where it's like they don't like whole groups of people. It's just individually they don't like people who didn't grow up in their house.
Oh, that's funny.
That's kind of how it goes. I don't fucking know you. Who's your mother? Like, that's what it is. It's not like you're from where. So there's like a weird.
So funny and very interesting.
It's a strange place.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Barron went to school here, so he it's the thing is, it's like there's like an odd, offensive, sincere attempt. So there'll be people who are like, "Hey, leave that queer alone. Who cares if what he does is disgusting?"
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, wait, what? Are you kind of helping, but I don't understand.
I'm not into it, but you leave him alone.
Yeah. Just because it makes me sick,
right,
doesn't mean he's not a human being who should be treated that way with rights. Just because he's gross. And I'm like, wait, what?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Bill Burr makes so much more sense now. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's perfect encapsulation.
I love that. Oh,
yeah,
I should visit more often.
Yeah, come by. People will be hatefully supportive.
Yay!
It's like you're all family. But this is a good issue. Like I always say, because we're of similar age, and like my sweet spot and most people's sweet spot tends to be between ages 8 and 12. That's kind of when you watch the most TV. Mm-hmm. Like you could have your own taste, but you're not leaving the house or anything. And so 88 to 92 is like, that's my zone.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was excited when I went through there. I was like, "Oh right, I did watch these. That was my Monday." Yeah,
that happens often. A lot of people will be like, I didn't really watch that much TV, and I'll send them a TV guide, and they're like, "Yes, I did."
Oh, literally every day I knew exactly what time everything was coming on, and I was seated.
Do you have siblings?
Yes, I am the baby and the middle.
Was there like certain shows that everyone was allowed, that there was their show and they got to watch it, or was every week like a new negotiation?
No, we all liked the same stuff. My brother was 6 years older than me. I think he might have had his own TV by then. If I was 10, he was 16. Yeah. So he already had his own like room or something. So maybe he had his own TV.
16-year-old teenage boys you never see.
Yeah.
They're just in their room.
Yeah. And I think he mostly liked to watch wrestling, maybe. I'm getting my years mixed up now,
sounds
too.
right.
But yeah.
That sounds right.
Monday Night Raw or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But for the most part, during prime time, we were watching kind of the same stuff.
That is unusual, but good, because there's a few things people younger than us, like skill sets, they missed out on, and one of them is having to advocate for like a show you like.
Debate prep.
We'll let you watch it, because you couldn't just watch it. You had to be like, no, here's why we should watch it. So you have to defend your choice.
This is my stance.
Yes. What's the vote? Yeah. That and having to get through gatekeepers on telephones, which sounds insane now.
Oh, you mean like
you're calling a girl or your friend.
And their parents.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, hello, Mr. Smith.
You gotta talk to the parents first.
That's nuts. Like, if you told a teenager, like, if you call your friend's phone, their parent might answer. They'd be like, what are you talking about? That would never, ever happen.
Yeah, you have direct access to these kids, and that's probably what the problem is. Maybe your mom should be answering your damn phones.
Yeah, you need to do that code switch of like, oh, hello, excuse me.
Yes. You can
just be like, yo, what's up, kid, you motherfucker. As soon as he answers the phone, it's like, we're in 4th grade.
Why are you calling my daughter?
Who the fuck is this? I've heard parents say some of the most vile things to teenagers on phones.
Man, especially when they find out you've been calling like these hotlines and stuff. You're like, what is this phone bill for $4.99 a minute?
I did this as a bit on one of my records, but it's true. There was a kid I grew up with who was calling a Nintendo tip line. It was like a 900 number you called, and it was like, here's how to beat Metroid or Zelda or whatever. And he racked up, it was like $1,000 in calls. And I was over his house. We were probably maybe 10. It was around this time. And his dad didn't know that there were 900 numbers that weren't porn numbers. So he just saw the 1-900 and like the $1,200 or whatever.
He just thought it was all porn.
Flipped out. He came running into the room. We're playing Nintendo, and he starts screaming, stroke phone. Like angrily screaming the phrase stroke phone.
Oh my gosh.
And we're like, what is happening?
Stroking it?
He's that goddamn stroke phone and a stroke phone, $1,200 stroke phone. And so somehow this kid figured out he meant the Nintendo line, and the kid was like pointing to the Nintendo, like screaming and crying Nintendo, which his dad thought was like a distraction attempt.
What?
like, no, don't be mad. Look, a Nintendo. And it made him like more angry. And then I was laughing, and he was like, what are you laughing about? And I was like, what is a stroke phone?
Right. What are you talking about?
And he goes, it's a goddamn spank line.
Yes, you're stroking it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. And then I got kicked out. That was the experiences at that time.
Yo, watching your friends get cussed out in front of you, like by their parents, you're like, oh.
You don't know whose side to take.
Yeah. That is super awkward, getting cussed out in front of your friends. Ooh, wow. Yeah.
Did you ever have friends whose parents would involve you because they would like ask you as a third party, like to be yelling at their kid and you're just trying to fade into the wall, and they'd be like, Shanna, don't you think she's stupid? Or something like that, and you'd be like, I
don't know, man. I'm gonna call my mom.
Yeah, I'd be like, I have to go.
I do think she's stupid. I actually told her this was dumb. So yeah.
I told her this would happen.
Yes.
So I do. That happened all the time. Like I remember this kid was getting yelled at for doing badly on a test. And he was like, Ma, everyone did bad. And she was like, what did you get, Kenny? And I did well. And I was like, do I lie? Do I tell her the truth?
What did you do?
I told her the truth. And then she goes, well, I mean, Kenny's a lot smarter than you are anyway. It's like, oof.
Damn.
Oof. She dismissed him and sort of complimented me.
Wow. I'm sure he hated that.
Oh, yeah.
He
I
was
haven't
mad
talked
at
to him
you.
since. Yeah. If that car had an ejector seat, that button would have been pressed. So I was very excited about this issue because this is between the holidays, or between Christmas and New Year's. They're showing a lot of weird stuff, a lot of reruns. But on the cover, Mr. John Goodman.
Yes. We love John Goodman. He's jolly.
Is there anyone who doesn't like John Goodman?
I mean, I haven't heard anything bad about him yet. Have you heard?
Me either.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay.
No. Which is surprising. Like anytime I'm going to have a guy on the show, there's like a group of like 12 people I have to email or text to be like, is this person a terrible person?
Yeah. At least you do that. Some people get surprised. You're like,
yeah,
you didn't look. You should probably start looking.
Yeah. There's a thing called Google. It's great. You can look them up.
Yeah. We love John Goodman.
Yeah. And I forget how he managed to pull off the near impossible and truly was actually a movie star.
Yeah, he kind of did both. Well, he was in movies first. No, because Roseanne was on TV because I watched it.
Yeah, Roseanne started in 1987, but before that he was in like Revenge of the Nerds, and he was in Raising Arizona, and in the movie that what's his name from Talking Heads directed, Real Stories, David Byrne. So he did some movies before, but then he was on TV, and then while he was on Roseanne, he's in like these huge movies. Like he's in Arachnophobia, and The Babe is the one that coming here.
Yes, The Babe.
But no one ever thinks of him as like Bruce Willis. They're like, yeah, he went from Moonlighting to a movie star. But John Goodman, they're like, yeah, Roseanne.
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
I imagine it's because he's not like, like he's a big fat guy, which people.
I was going to say maybe he's not like action hero. He's just like,
yeah. Even though, in my book, far more talented than Bruce Willis.
Uh-oh.
That's what I'm going to say. Bruce Willis.
I was like, I love them both.
I'll put it this way: much more range than Bruce Willis.
That's fair. That is fair. I feel like if you look at Bruce Willis, he kind of does do the same thing. It's the same Bruce Willis. Obviously now he has a horrific degenerative disease, but if you look at like wine cooler commercial Bruce Willis, and Die Hard Bruce, it's the same. Same guy. He found his niche, man.
He did. He found it early.
He's an action movie star, though. Yeah, and Moonlighting, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot he was in that.
That show blew my mind as a kid.
Yeah,
because it was a fourth wall breaking show.
Yeah.
If you remember. Sometimes they would come on and be like, we didn't do a new episode this week. Sorry. They'd literally do that.
You're like, oh, you're talking to me?
Like, why? How do you know that I was worried? Yeah. Very, very scary. And then they have some tips on what are you doing at New Year's, things to do if you stay at home. Was Vegas like completely insane on New Year's? Was it like locals do not leave the house?
Vegas is still pretty much insane. I don't know when they started shutting down the strip. They may have always been doing that, but we never went out there as kids. It was just your standard like fireworks and stuff. But as an adult, like they shut down the strip at 6 p.m. from like Spring Mountain to Tropicana, maybe. It's a huge stretch of road. People just walk around the streets like it's Times Square and climb the light posts and do the thing. Yeah. It's still pretty crazy. Crazy.
That's what I would expect.
Lots of people.
Like if you're a local, you're like, we lock the doors on December 28th and we come back outside on January 4th.
It depends on what kind of local you are. Like when you're grown, if you want to go into the shit, you can. And that's the good thing about Vegas. Any weekend, if you want to go be crazy, you can just go over there and meet somebody from Holland or Turkey or whatever. And then you can just go back home.
Is that the kind of thing where parents, it's like they'll make kids do it, like to get it out of their system, like a Rumspringa or like smoking a whole box of cigarettes?
Now, my parents never took us nowhere like that. So we did New Year's Eve and it was like fireworks, countdown. Yeah. You watch, what was the guy's name?
Dick Clark.
Dick Clark. Yep, you're watching that.
Dick Clark's rocking New Year.
That's right. And I think my mom probably worked, if anything. She used to work at one of the hotels.
Oh,
so I feel like
everyone had to work on those nights.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. So we were mostly just kind of in the house watching Dick Clark and stuff and eating snacks and chilling.
That's kind of awesome. That's like what I do my whole adult. Actually, it's what I do every night anyway, but that's what I definitely do on New Year's Eve.
You never went out?
No, never. We played shows occasionally. There was like a couple times we played a show, but I would always stay in and watch TV and eat like Chinese food. And then when I started doing stand-up, everyone thought I was nuts because I would turn down New Year. I won't do New Year's shows.
Yeah.
They're like, but it pays so well. I'm like, not worth it.
That's why they pay well because the other stuff around it is why it's like,
I'm like, not worth it. Drunken people who go out once a year and think you owe them an entertainment.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's true. I probably wouldn't want it either. I probably would.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
so
fair.
I'm like, nope. Watching Rockin' New Year. So yeah, they're like, you could watch Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year. You could watch MTV, which I think you got an MTV shirt on there from seeing correctly.
Mine says Melanin TV, but yes.
Oh, Melanin TV. Excellent. Even better. Which it certainly wasn't in 91. But yeah, they would do like a New Year's Eve thing on MTV that was usually kind of lame. This year they're having... This is the most 1991 thing ever. Red Hot Chili Peppers, EMF, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, Belle Biv DeVoe, and Naughty by Nature.
Yes!
We get two Boston groups representing there.
Yes.
Belle Biv DeVoe and Marky Mark.
I love that. And Naughty by Nature, too.
Yeah, that one's kind of surprising, actually. I guess OPP was huge at that time.
Wow. I would have watched that.
I would have watched that just for that mix of people. Like, I always want to see those people, like, having dinner together.
Yeah, the Chili Peppers and Naughty by Nature, yeah.
Yeah, that would have been fun. Also, to this day, you won't find a single person who grew up in New England who calls Mark Wahlberg. Everyone calls him Marky Mark.
And I'm sure he hates that.
I'm sure he does, and he deserves every bit of it.
Yes, yes.
And there was a time growing up here where... you, against your will, saw Marky Mark perform at least 4 times.
What do you mean like against your will?
You'd go to the mall or something, and they'd be like, ladies and gentlemen.
No!
Marky Mark. Yeah, they would play like everywhere, and you're like, oh, God. It was like all the time.
It's like going to a bar and like, hey, there's a comedy show happening here now, guys. Sorry.
No, you got to pay $5.
Whoa.
We're turning off the hockey game.
Yeah,
Marky Mark's playing.
Wait, no. I understand.
Sorry, guys. I hope you all want to hear a really bad version of some Velvet Underground songs with a guy in overalls.
He's going to take his shirt off.
Yep. Oh, my God. I've told this on the show before, but we had a local kids show here called Ready to Go. It was on every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. And like New Kids on the Block were always on it. And Marky Mark made his television debut on it. Mm-hmm. And I think I was in 3rd grade or 4th grade. And my friend Lisa went there. It was her birthday. So she's 3rd or 4th grade, which I forget how old you are. What are you, 9 or 10 or something like that?
I think so.
So Marky Mark comes out. They're playing this song. He's got no shirt on. He pulls her out of the audience. And he goes, yo, you got a man? And she goes, no. And he goes, don't ever let a man play ya. And sits her back down.
Wow.
And I found the footage.
No.
And it's insane. It's exactly as I remember it. And I'm just like, that actually happened.
Not to a 4th grader.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad advice, but...
That's so funny. He's just playing the character. He's like, I don't even talk like this. I'm sorry.
Don't let him play. He's like, I'm very sorry to do this. Yeah. So then they do a weird thing where they ask fictional characters what their New Year's resolution is.
Like The Simpsons or something?
Yeah, they asked Bart Simpson, Erica Kane of All My Children, Matlock, Roseanne, Emily Valentine of 90210, who's been on the show.
Oh, okay.
Well, the actress has been on the show, not the character. That would be weird. But yeah, so that's just a weird like comedy piece. And then we have a whole thing in here about Katie Sagal from
Married with
it would have been Married with Children at this time. Where it was like I remember the angle all the time when she would be on TV. It was like, she's really not a trashy, ugly person, everybody. Like, I was like, okay.
She's acting.
Yeah. But why? Like, there were a few people that would happen to where they'd be like, you're never going to believe this.
She's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
We all thought she was a bitch.
Right. Look, her hair's not that big. Then there were the people who desperately tried to have that campaign for themselves, like Jaleel White.
Oh, yeah. He's still really having a hard time shaking it. He's
like, can we do a Stefan Urkel episode, guys, please?
Yeah.
Like, no.
Even now on the Game Show Network, he's still...
Is he still on stuff on there?
Yeah, he hosts some kind of game show. I'm not sure what it is, but he's on there.
Yeah. That was always the worst when it was like, dude, we all know you're playing a character. It's fine. But when you play a character, when you get hit on the head on the show and have a cool guy character that clearly you made them do, now we feel bad.
Well, that's what they said, too. They were like, the show was supposed to be about the family, but then when they introduced Urkel, he got so popular, they had to make the show about him. And so he had a lot of power to be like, well, I'm not going to be a nerd anymore. And so if you don't do this, then I'll just fucking leave. And then I'd
like to play 3 characters in this episode.
Yeah, what are you going to do? I have my own cereal.
Once you have your own cereal, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
You can't stop me now. So
I have my own cereal.
give Urkel some bitches immediately.
Yeah. That show, spinoff of Perfect Strangers, like decent, like blue collar family sitcom that was like pretty based in reality.
Yeah.
And then by season 6, it's about time travel and like evil ventriloquist dummies.
Oh my God, that's right.
Like, how did we get here?
They got to figure out new ways to keep the show on. This is that jumping the shark, they call it, when it's like, all right, we don't know what's happening here.
I feel like that show, they just jumped every animal in the ocean. They were like, forget the shark. We're going all the way.
How can we milk this thing longer? Our ratings are going down. Because back then, the ratings really mattered. You had to compete with just like the big 4 or whatever for attention from people. So,
and shows that would have got canceled for low ratings in 1991 would literally be the number 1 show now by like an order of magnitude.
Like, oh, really? You think so?
100%. Like the lowest rated show in 91, which I couldn't name off the top of my head, but it probably got something like 20 million viewers or something crazy like that.
Wow, yeah, that's
like
crazy.
The most viewers you'd get now, which would be for like a live event, like a sporting event or something like that, would maybe get that.
Right.
So it's like, they're like, oh, this show's only making us $200 million. Cancel it.
That's true. They do be canceling stuff all the time too. There's too much competition now too.
Yeah. They would at least air stuff then that they bought and canceled, but they were like, well, we already paid for it.
Yeah.
Now shows get canceled like while they're airing.
Yeah, and they'll take them off the app too.
Yeah.
You just come back tomorrow, you can't find it. It's just gone.
It's like, well, you guys already paid for it. Like, no, I don't want to see it.
Yeah, we don't want it here.
So yeah. Strange time. So let's dive in here. Saturday night. What are you doing?
Saturday? You mean what am I watching?
Yeah. No, this Saturday. You busy?
This Saturday? Saturday night we're watching Rock, Golden Girls, and I believe Pretty Woman was playing.
It was.
So we do like a little back and forth during commercial breaks. You're checking in with Pretty Woman. You go back. So it was a lot of like. Because I love Pretty Woman, but also I got to see what Rock's doing. He's a garbage man.
Rock is such a good show.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if it's streaming now.
I don't think so.
It kind of just disappeared.
Yeah, somebody has it somewhere. They're waiting for Tubi or somebody to buy it.
Like speaking of like blue collar fun, like just a funny show, but also would do like Rock had a lot of very special episodes, but they never struck me as being like preachy or like super cheesy.
Yeah.
And then they would do live episodes because they were all theater people.
They were live shows. That's true. I forgot about that. I loved watching that show. It was so cool.
Yeah, it was great. And everyone on the cast was likable. Yeah, and I'm like, that's just like a memory hole that people have, that it was like one of the biggest shows on Fox for like 5 years.
Yeah, I can kind of remember seeing like them coming down the stairs and everybody has the applause. Woo-hoo,
yeah.
When they're introduced to people. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, this is great. The live sitcom every week. Now they had like the big one where like once a year they did those specials where they did like, we're doing Facts of Life. I'm like, Rock was doing that every week.
Yeah,
you need to make a big deal out of it. Also, you passed up Sinbad and Friends, which is comedian Sinbad's special isn't exactly, what does it say, going along well, and he gets some advice from Bill Cosby.
Yeah, I feel like as a child, that was a stand-up comedy thing? Is that what that was?
It was on ABC. They were showing Sinbad's 60-minute stand-up special.
That's why I skipped it.
Special guests, Heavy D and the Boys.
I did not. Don't recall even being interested in watching stand-up as a child, which is strange as a stand-up comedian now. But I would have definitely. Even now, I don't think I would want to watch.
Well, that's different. I wouldn't want to either. But,
oh my God, I want to watch that right now, but definitely not when.
When did you start getting into stand-up?
When I decided to try it.
Okay, I was going to say, are you into it now? Because I'm not. When someone was like, hey, do you know stand-up was a thing? And you're like, I do now. Let's do it.
Yeah, I knew it was a thing, and I was like, it looks hard. I don't think I want to do it. And they're like, you should try. You're so funny. And then I was like, oh, I am funny. I guess I like stand-up now. So I knew of Sinbad and all them, but I don't recall being like, let's sit down and watch this man tell jokes. I didn't care about that stuff, and I still not really.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Cosby stuff. I'm like, I don't know anything he used to say at all.
Some of his stuff, as much of a monster as that man is, like some of his stuff, especially his early records, were like very innovative, and I used to listen to them all the time because it was like story-ish stuff, and it was just very different. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, this isn't like set a punchline joke, blah blah blah.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I am very similar. Like I watched a ton of stand-up growing up, but I also watched a ton of everything growing up, and then now I'm like, it's like the last thing I want to watch.
And I think too, like as a kid, like the Golden Girls, they're like so good, that theme song. It's like you have to watch that.
Oh yeah.
Because the theme song is so good. Do I recall episodes? Not really. But I remember the TV being on and me like sitting in front of it and like knowing that Blanche was like supposed to be a whore or whatever.
That's all you need to know. Good theme song. Who's the whore?
And
that's
the thing is too, is like when you're a kid, it's like you just leave it on a channel. Sometimes if it's a movie on, depending on how fast you can click in between, because I feel like we had a TV that you had to turn the knob. I don't know when we evolved to remotes, but I do recall having very much to be sitting in front of the TV to do this, to adjust.
Well, because you were the youngest, so you were the designated channel changer, probably.
Yes.
People would yell numbers out at you.
Turn to channel 3. If it was like 3 and 5, because I think Fox was channel 5 and channel 3 was like NBC or something. So like if they were close enough, it's like we'll just do these two. Yeah. But I'm like, I'm not going to channel 10 right now, dude. No.
I'm not doing a full rotation. Are you out of your mind?
No.
I'm not flipping a button. I'll turn the knob, but I'm not flipping a button.
No.
Yeah. Golden Girls is one of the best theme songs to belt out. I think that and Perfect Strangers are two that I really like if they did theme song karaoke.
Ooh. Are they doing that? You should do that, Ken. You just made up something.
Yeah, there's some good ones.
Theme song karaoke.
Let's get this together. Because everyone knows them. Like,
I know.
Even if they don't know, they do.
You just started a thing, I think. You got to write that down.
Made so much money. Yeah, it's funny, like to your point, though, like a kid, you're watching a show about retired old women living in Florida. Like a 10-year-old kid would be like, hey, kids, you want to watch a show about a bunch of old ladies that live in Florida? No. It's good, but they wouldn't watch it.
I think the other options too, I was like, I don't know what this is and I'm not interested.
Yeah, at least it was funny. Like I feel like as a kid, you could always lock in if it was a comedy show, even if it was completely alien in all other ways. You're like, well, it's supposed to be funny. SNL's a rerun that night. It's William Shatner hosting with Loon Justice, who are unremembered now. And there's some good movies on. Streets of Fire's on and a bunch of other stuff. Sunday, what do you got?
In Living Color, duh. Funniest People / Murder, She Wrote. Again, a switch back and forth.
Yes.
You switch back and forth for Murder, She Wrote. Did she
Funniest
solve it?
Murder, People She Wrote.
Did she figure it out? Where are we in the case? Oh, this person fell off a ladder? That's funny. Let's go back.
Someone got hit in the groin. Is that America's Funniest Home Videos or is that Murder, She Wrote?
Yeah.
Cosby's all over this thing, man. They're doing the network premiere of Ghost Dad, one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
You know what else too? I think I was looking at that list and being like, did we have that channel?
Probably not. So this is the Boston edition, so you may not have.
I'm like, I remember when Ghost Dad came out, I feel like we had it on VHS or something.
I'm so sorry.
I remember watching it a lot as a kid because that's Lisa Bonet was in it too.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. I remember watching that a lot as a kid, but I think we may have like bought it on a tape.
It's yeah. And you know what the funniest thing about Ghost Dad is? Sidney Poitier directed it.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Like what?
That is interesting.
Like bonkers. Like Ghost Dad? He directed Ghost Dad.
You won an Oscar, sir.
It's like you're one of the greatest actors of your generation and one of the most well-respected people. And you're like, I'd like to direct Ghost Dad.
Your dad's a ghost.
I'm like, okay, man, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Yeah, and Living Color, again, a show that was super groundbreaking. It does not hold up. My God. I've gone back and it's tough.
I tried to show my nephew a video of Fire Marshal Bill. It was like a 4-minute sketch.
Yeah.
He's 12. He didn't laugh. He didn't even make a face. He just looked at my phone like,
why are you showing me this?
I should have showed him Homie the Clown. I think if he saw Homie the Clown, maybe he would have laughed at somebody.
Homie the Clown would have been funnier. Although, again, like, funny once, and then every other time you're like, all right, this is the joke again? But at least that had, like, a joke. Like, Fire Marshal Bill, I'm like, the whole joke is this guy's a burn victim.
Yeah, and
That's
still,
it.
And still employed around fires. It's the problem. He's an HR nightmare.
Okay. That's true. This is one of the episodes with the detective head, although I think it was called the head detective.
Oh, yes.
Detective head, who was just a head. That was the joke.
We used to watch that show so much. We knew a lot of the sketches. We practiced all the Fly Girls dances at the beginning. Like, we were really into that show as children. Like,
that show, I didn't know a single kid who wasn't all about that show.
That Sunday night was like crazy. 7 p.m., 8, whatever time that was. I was like, oh, we would tape in living color. We would put the little VHS tape in there and record it. We'd sit right in front of the thing so you can catch it before it starts. So you can do we would learn the choreography. We were crazy about that show.
You don't want to see SW1's intro. You don't want to miss that.
Who points at the camera?
Yeah. It's like, if you didn't watch it and on school on Monday, like, no one talked to you.
You were
like,
left out of a lot of conversations because we were, repeating everything we saw the night before. Yeah, that was a crazy. Did you know that's why they have the halftime show?
Yes, because they did the Men on Film was the first. They did the competing halftime show on Fox.
And they saw everybody left the game and went to watch that show, and they never came back.
Yep.
And they were like, oh shit, we got to find something to keep these people over here. We got
to up our game a little bit here. It's not just the cheerleaders aren't doing it, which was such a shot. Like, that was because Fox was doing a lot of that stuff. This is when they put The Simpsons up against Cosby, where they were like, oh, the #1 family show, we're taking you on directly, and did well. Mm-hmm. And so, Living Color is like, oh, the Super Bowl. Yeah, we're going to do the halftime show.
We'll give you something to do while you wait for the game to start back up.
Right. Nuts. They also were doing summertime new episodes, which was an ingenious thing that Fox started doing, where, so like 90210, Parker Lewis, bunch of shows. Yeah, I love Parker Lewis. They had summer seasons, which was brilliant because kids are out of school. Everything else is reruns. They're all going to watch it.
Why not put something new when there's nobody doing anything else? That seems like that makes the most sense to do it then. Yeah.
Like, how did people not do that? And they did it first, and it was like a massive hit. So there was like a bunch of innovative ideas they were doing. I mean, a lot of stuff didn't stick. A lot of bad ideas. Don't get me wrong.
They tried it.
But the good ones were great.
That's true. I forgot about that. There was a lot of stuff happening in summertime on TV still.
Yeah, 90210, which I never really watched, but the fact that they did new episodes, I know.
Wow.
Like, kids were hooked because it's the summer. They could stay up, watch these like Beach Kids, and then like by the time school year starts, they're going to keep watching it.
Yeah, because they're in school too.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that show.
I just couldn't, for whatever reason. Well, you know what happened was, it started on Thursday nights in 1991, I think. And The Flash also started on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock in 1991. So I started watching The Flash because I'm me. Yes. And then by the time The Flash got canceled, everyone was already like 3 months into 90210, and I'm like, I can't jump
And there's no way you can jump in. It's not like they're showing, like, you can't go back and watch the last episode to figure it out.
I don't know who these people are. But to this day, I still can't believe Brian Austin Green didn't have the nickname The Bag.
You mean in life or like
in life? Like, if you knew Brian Austin Green, wouldn't you be like, "What's up, Bag"?
I think I would, and I think after he very much was like, "Stop calling me that," I feel like that's probably why he did stick, because he was probably like, "Do not
Nobody calls Mr.
Say
Austin
all
Green
three
the
of my
bag.
names. Say all three of my names. Respect me. I'm an artist. Don't call me bag. Yeah, I feel like he may have yelled at one or two people about that, and they were like, "Okay."
It's like, dude, you're either going by Brian Green or bag. Sorry, those are your choices.
Brian Austin Green.
The first.
I'm a thespian.
Yeah, you're the bag, dude. That's how we're doing it.
Get in the bag. Now, maybe currently, get in the bag, that's cool. That's a cool term now. So maybe he would probably be okay with it today.
Papa's got a brand new bag. Like, there's so many things he could do. Yeah, but, we could revitalize the bag's career single-handedly, I think.
Is he still alive?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he was on the 90210 reunion show.
Oh, I never saw that.
It was kind of great. They were playing themselves as actors, playing the characters in a reunion show.
Oh, weird.
So it was really weird and meta, but like funny. And I was like, yeah, this is kind of the best way to have gone about this.
Oh, I got to find that. It's probably on YouTube somewhere. Yeah. Yeah,
it's got to be. It was like maybe 2 years ago. I don't know. Probably more than that. I can't. Since 2020, I don't know what time it is anymore.
Yeah, that's fair. What are years? What are days?
I have no idea. So that's a good Sunday night. There's also some really bad. Sunday night was always the made-for-TV movie night on a lot of the channels. And by 91, it's when the networks figured out that middle-aged women were this like untapped audience that they had not been programming to. So they went way too much with it. And so all the TV movies were like really just like directly aimed at that audience. And there's one tonight called Face of a Stranger with Gina Rowlands and Tyne Daly. And this is about an upper middle class woman who befriends a homeless woman. Oh. And it's inspired by actual events. And it's all friends begin as strangers.
Oh. I think I may have seen that and I was like, I don't know if I would want to watch that.
It does not look fun in any way. It does not. I also love at this time, they would call these movies fact-based.
Oh, this really happened?
Not even like, it sounds like that's what they're saying, but there's no movie that you couldn't say is fact-based. Like every movie's based on some fact.
Right.
Like,
no, this was more facts.
Right. Airplanes are a thing. That's a fact. Or like whatever. But they're like, it's fact-based. This is a well-to-do widow suddenly dispossessed and sensationalized to the plight of a homeless woman who's been shadowing her. It just looks bad.
A stalker. Why has she been shadowing her? What does that mean?
Yeah, like if a homeless person was just like the same one all the time following you, like
somebody
that
get Murder, She Wrote on this. I got
my
questions.
heart's not warming. It's stopping.
I'm gonna be their friend.
Yeah, that's how I'll get rid of them. I'll befriend them. I wonder if there was like a wave of post Pretty Woman, like people, like rich people just going out to find people in the street that they could remake.
Oh, right. Yes, my prostitute. I'm gonna take her to a lacrosse game or whatever.
Who's got hearts of gold? Come on, hop in. We're gonna give you a bath and then everything's fine.
We're gonna give you a bath.
That seemed to be all those movies. That's pretty much all it took.
That's true. Just give them a bath.
Oh, wow, else. You took a bath and you're beautiful. Oh,
give them health care, housing, or job.
You have issues, socioeconomic problems, or maybe mental health issues. It was the bath the whole time.
Yes, you just needed to wash your ass, guys.
Yeah.
That's really all you need.
Red Fox told us 20 years before this. We should have just listened to him. Oh, God. Monday, what are you doing?
Monday, it's Fresh Prince, Blossom, Murphy Brown, and Designing Women.
That's a damn good night.
It really is. That's a good one.
Yeah, this is so. For years, CBS was always like my go-to Monday night. By this time, they started to fall off, where it's really just Murphy Brown Designing Women. But it was like Newhart and Kate and Allie before that. Fresh Prince, again, I think people forget how that show made Will Smith. Like, crazy. Yes, he did have a career before this, but it was not like. And when he first, I think the first movie he did was 6 Degrees of Separation or something. And it was like a dramatic movie. And people were like, I can't believe it. The guy from Fresh Prince is in a movie.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, yeah, that guy's a massive box office movie star now.
Crazy. That show was great.
Yeah. insane that this is a repeat. This is a fairly standard one. He's in it with Uncle Philip, and they're getting into it.
And the repeats are good because you know what they're going to do. It's almost like watching an old movie now. Like, I'm going to put it on because I know what happens.
Unless it's the one where his dad comes back and then everyone's going to be sad.
Yeah.
No one wants to be caught with that one. Like, you're like, I want to turn into Fresh Prince. That's that one. And you're like, oh, no.
No, not that one. Go outside.
I'm going to be depressed. Murphy Brown is a show that I loved. I tried to go back and watch it, and it is impossible.
Really?
Because it's so topical. You literally, speaking of homework, like if you don't do the reading of like what was going on that week, most of the episode makes no sense.
Because she was like a newscaster, right?
Yeah.
She's like an anchor.
It was like a CNN type news network. And it took place in DC. And it like the thing that made it so good and of the time makes it like really hard to like lock into now.
Yeah. They did like a really special episode one time where like, what did she do?
She had a baby, so she was a single mother.
Ooh.
Yeah. And Dan Quayle, the vice president, went on TV and said it was like wrong for her to be a single mother. And it was a big controversy.
Oh yeah.
That the vice president weighed in on a pop culture thing. Could you imagine?
What a sign of times that was. What do you mean you were a single mom?
Yeah.
Gross.
Oh. We can also, you're a successful, wealthy woman on a TV show and you think you can be a single mom?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Now everybody's a damn single mom.
Yeah. Also, Major Dad, I want to say, show I hate so much. Couldn't get through a single minute of that show.
I remember watching that sometimes, but I don't. Was it always on at the same time as the other shows? Because I don't even know how I ended up. I know what it is.
It was on at 8:30. It was always opposite Blossom, which is the much better show.
Yeah.
But maybe if Blossom was in reruns or preempted, you flipped over.
Probably, yeah.
This is a very special Blossom, as most of them are. It's a repeat, but Blossom muses over the matter of going to, quote, second base with her boyfriend Anthony.
Oh. Touching the boob.
Yeah, but that was like nuts to talk about that on like a
especially with
sitcom.
with a female lead too.
Yeah.
Girls get to have second base. We get to talk about that.
People again forget like how insane that was to have that on a network show with teenage leads. A lot of the stuff they did on that show was
pushing the boundaries.
Pushing the boundary. And the guy that played the older brother was a writer for Conan.
Who was that? I feel like
the one who's not Joey Lawrence.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
I forget his name.
I can't even remember what he looks like.
Yeah, he's in the movie Freaked. What's his name? Michael Stoyanov, I think his name is Stoyanov. But yeah, he was like a comedy writer, which is hilarious that he was on that show. Before we get to Tuesday night, I don't know if you saw this. It's an ad for the doll Danielle by Yolanda Bello. And this is a doll shown at smaller than actual size of 9.5 inches tall. It's a porcelain doll of this little girl who's taken one of her socks off. And it's like a 4-page ad for this thing.
Oh my God.
And it costs, let me see, 4 convenient monthly installments of $17.25.
Whoa!
So it's what, something like $70?
Dang! They was doing Klarna back then.
Yeah. It's like $70. And then they have a picture of Yolanda Bello, America's foremost doll maker. And it has a little write-up of like how she came up with Danielle. And like this woman, I want to see someone make a movie about this woman's life. Like just this photo alone. She has the craziest shirt I've ever seen in my life on. It looks like the opening credits of In Living Color, but as a shirt. She's got like a bow, like a giant like present bow on as like a choker.
Ooh, freaky.
And she looks like the mom from the Brady Bunch. And getting dressed up can be a learning experience for a child, especially for a playful little girl like Danielle.
Oh.
I hope that in Danielle's sweet, shy expression, you will see the gentleness and charm of a baby's new discovery. No, who would see this and go, I gotta have it?
So is she getting dressed or undressed?
It says she's getting dressed, but this might be a glass half full thing depending on who buys it.
But this is a little badass kid. She's getting undressed and we got somewhere to go.
Yeah.
Danielle.
She's like, nope.
Put your damn socks on.
Not going anywhere. Her outfit is trimmed in ribbon, satin rosebuds, and a ribbon woven lace. Each doll is hand numbered. Like, come on.
Wow.
Oh, wow. It actually says it costs $69. Why did they make it $69? They could have made that any price on earth.
Not $69.99?
Not $69.99, exactly $69.
Ken, I think we're finding something in here, and I don't know if we want to veer into that territory.
No, this is like some weird underground society we don't need to know about.
Yeah. Wow, right there in the paper, right there in the
right
TV
there.
guide,
black and white, right there, showing us. So then Tuesday night, it's New Year's Eve. What are you doing?
Full House, Home Improvement, Rescue 911.
Yes.
All of those.
Yes.
Roseanne and Coach.
It's a good night. I've talked about Home Improvement on the show before, how it just was not for me. I can't, but I recognize people enjoyed it.
We liked JTT.
People did like JTT. Another person falling off the face of the earth.
I'm a little girl here, so I'm only looking at like how cute the boys are. He was like the Lion King, you know? You're just in that era. There weren't any cute black boys on TV. I could only enjoy Marky Mark and JTT.
Oh, that's a dark time. That's tough. That's a rough, yeah.
Yeah, it explains a lot about my dating choices now, too.
You've on and off been on with JTT for years.
Nice white boy, bad white boy, back and forth, back and forth.
Marky Mark, take me back. Were you like posters on the wall, Teen Beat kind of girl? No,
we never got none of that stuff. I remember going to friends' houses and seeing that stuff. I'm like, wow, somebody bought you a magazine? That's cool.
Right. And you cut it up and put it on the wall?
Yeah.
That's how you treated it?
We never had rooms like that. I was sharing a room with my sister, so our rooms, I think at some point we had like a poster of Tupac in the bathtub with the gold chains.
Oh, yeah.
But that was way later. But I don't remember any Teen Beat, Tiger Beat,
Nothing.
None of that. No.
So it's just your secret in your heart and brain is where you stored your JTT.
Yeah, we just knew it was coming on, and we would just watch him like, look how cute he is. He's just so cute.
How much do you think those other two brothers on that show absolutely hated that kid because he got all the attention?
I'm sure at the time they hated it, but I think probably now they're like, thank God.
Because that older kid, he was nobody's crush. I guarantee you there's not a single girl in America.
Kind of had a mullet too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a bonehead, like just a square head. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, like no one.
He's probably hot now.
Maybe.
Yeah. Where's JTT?
Alive. He just walked away. He was like, I'm not doing it anymore. And
I want to find him. He's probably ugly now.
You think so?
Yeah, when they're really cute like that and they're young, they don't really.
Yeah. They grow up to look like the things that make them cute as a kid make them look weird as adults.
Yeah, it's like Dakota Fanning had to take a little break before she came back outside. It's like, grow into your body first. We don't like this.
We don't want to see. We don't want to see the middle stage.
Yeah, Haley Joel Osment. Oh my God, what?
Yeah.
Your head is gigantic.
Yeah, how does that happen? And then you get Jonathan Lipnicki, who's like freaking jacked now.
Wait, who's that? That name is familiar.
He's the kid from Jerry Maguire with the glasses.
Oh yes. See, little freaking nerd.
Yeah, he's jacked. He went the Anthony Michael Hall route.
Looking like Carrot Top in the body.
Oh God. Rescue 911 is, to this day, one of the most underrated, hilarious comedy shows of all time.
That's Reno.
No. I think Rescue is even funnier than Reno. I know. But I always say on the show, I cannot believe this premise hasn't been brought back as like an Adult Swim show, because 911 calls are public domain, right? So you can do like a FOIA request and get 911 calls and do whatever you want with them. Or at least you could then. I think you still can.
Yeah. So
the idea to get those calls and then have like low budget reenactments, hilarious. Hilarious.
There was a clip of Matthew McConaughey in like an Unsolved Mysteries reenactment. And I was like, oh, there was just like actors doing the thing.
Just getting a gig. They're so funny and they take them so deadly seriously, and you can freely laugh at it because Rescue 911, all of the incidents ended happily.
Yeah, and William Shatner was the host, right?
Oh, yes, he was.
Yes. Very serious stuff. Sit on the
Deadly
steps.
serious.
telling us what's going on.
This one is a windblown hang glider in Oregon, forced to land in frigid waters.
Ooh. That's scary, Ken.
It is. Have you ever gone hang gliding?
No.
No, I would never do that.
I don't know. By myself?
I wouldn't go with a million people. You could not pay me enough to go hang gliding.
Come on. In the Caribbean?
There's probably better things to do in the Caribbean, right?
Not really. Once you're there, it's like the ocean. Okay.
Hang gliding. That's it.
Yeah.
Do you want a tropical drink? You want to go hang gliding?
You can do that after you hang glide. You go get a drink.
All right. Maybe I'd consider it then. But yeah, because at least in that instance, the frigid waters are out of the equation.
Yeah, now you're just like in a beautiful shark-infested waters, and you know.
Crashed in a very temperate, beautiful shark-infested lagoon.
It's not even 60 degrees. It's like nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine. This is, you know what? There's worse places to die. Yeah. You want us to call 911? No.
No. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's nice.
I had a good run. My two favorite ones were, and this is my Northeastern bias, but there were always ones with Southern kids. Like every episode, there was at least one Southern kid. And there's one where a kid gets rolled, where a giant boulder pins his brother. And the call is just like, my brother's under a boulder, like screaming. There's one where a little girl falls into a washing machine in like a top loader. So the reenactment's just these like doll legs.
While it's going?
Yes. And then there's a kid who was like playing with M80s and blew his hand off.
Yes.
Yep. I blew my hand off. And as your namesake, Christmas, there's a Christmas special, a Rescue 911 Christmas special.
Oh.
It's all Christmas calls.
Yes.
And my favorite one, this woman's stuck in traffic on Christmas. Her son in the back seat starts choking. Suddenly a man dressed as Santa Claus appears, gives the kid the Heimlich maneuver, and walks away.
Huh.
And on the call, she's like, my son's wait, it's Santa Claus. The reenactment's this guy. It's like, oh, it's great. It's great. I literally watch it every Christmas.
You really? I was like, why do you know so much detail about this show?
Well, that's a different problem.
I actually like that show too, because it was like helpful for me to be like, oh, if something like this happens, I know what to do now.
Yeah, I know how to handle a snake bite.
Yeah. It's never going to happen, but like, ooh, I watched the show and now I feel like I'm prepared for something. It was informative for me.
Speaking of which, when I was in Vegas, I had a car rental like the first night I was there. Mm-hmm. And so I said, I'm going to go drive out into the desert as far as I can before I get scared, which was about an hour. I made about an hour. Yeah. It was genuinely terrifying out there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It was like, I can see no houses. It's all flat. I can see like 40 miles in every direction. There's nothing. Mm-hmm. It literally looks like a Roadrunner cartoon.
Yes.
It was very scary.
You may have seen a Roadrunner, but they're really fast.
I may have, yeah. Yeah. Oh, and I have to ask this, being from Vegas, are you familiar with the filmography of Neil Breen?
Mm-mm.
Oh, wow. Neil Breen, he's from Las Vegas. He's a former real estate agent architect.
What?
Who writes, stars in, and directs his own action movies in Las Vegas and has been for the last 20 years.
Ken, why do you know this?
Because everyone should know about Neil.
What's wrong
there's a
with
lot
you?
wrong with me. I have a lot of. There's a hole in my heart.
Oh my God! Your brain has so much random information about stuff.
Useless too. Like it's like Eugene Merman said to me one day. I forget something I said. He goes, "You could have been a doctor." And I was like, "Yeah, probably." But Neil Breen, like. Unlike anything you've ever seen in your life, the absolute worst movies, but not intentional.
Of course they're the worst movies.
Insane. It's something to behold. I've never seen anything like it.
I'm not going to ask how you even found this person. That's...
He's got like a weird cult. Like people will like word of mouth. People are like, you have to see this movie. It's like, I cannot believe it's a real movie.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's something.
Wow. Okay. I've got so much homework now. I got to watch.
I know.
Village People video. I got to find Neil, whatever.
Neil Breen. If I was living out there, I'd be trying to audition for Neil Breen movies.
I am going to look into it now.
Yeah,
I'm going to find him.
He's got a built-in audience. Yeah. Where are we on? All right, so that's New Year's Eve. So the next day, Wednesday, is January 1st. You're kicking off the year. That's very important. How are you going to set the tone for your entire 1992? What are you doing Wednesday night?
Jetsons, Flintstones, Jake and the Fat Man.
Nice. There are specials on Jake and the Fat Man. I need to go back and revisit, but that's another show. I can't believe they managed to name it that.
Yes. What was wrong with everybody in the 90s? Just the way
a lot.
People just said stuff. You're like, you can't say that.
Call him that. And it was William Conrad, who was a big star in the 70s. He had a show called Cannon that was like a big like a Matlock type show in the 70s. So he's like the name on that show. And they're like, we have a network show, you're going to star in it. It's called Jake and the Fat Man. You are not Jake.
You are the Fat Man.
Yeah. And he's like, fine.
That's okay. I need to check.
I have to feel like they told him the name of the show was something different.
And they waited until after he shot the whole season before they were
scripts say like the William Conrad show.
Wait, is that the guy who did the diabetes commercials?
No, that's Wilfred Brimley.
Okay. Diabetes.
Fun fact about Wilfred Brimley.
Oh boy, here we go.
From Utah.
Okay.
Utah was the last state that had execution by firing squad. And this was, I think they only stopped like last year. Like it was God. Like previously, right? So when they have a firing squad, there's like a group of people that they call upon that all come and fire, and they have like 20 of them. Only one of them has a live bullet, and they don't know who it is, so that like that person doesn't feel bad because they killed somebody. Wilfred Brimley was in that group. So every time they had an execution, Diabetes is in there.
Oh my gosh.
As squad. He's like his jury duty.
What a weird, what?
Yeah. That's bonkers on like 4 levels.
Utah's
but the fact
wild.
that it's him is
That's
nuts.
wild. That's wild.
He was like an old angry cowboy to the end.
What a weird thing to have like executions anyways in Utah. Like what's
bonkers.
That about?
Like, and I love how they go out of their way to not make the executioner feel bad. Like, we can't have that. We don't want you to have to live with the fact.
You're just doing your job.
Yeah. You could, if you want to tell yourself it was a blank, you can do that. Like, it's fine. It's your duty. Wilfred Brimley's in the John Carpenter movie The Thing.
Okay.
Which I don't know if you've ever seen, but there's a monster.
Cat. Yeah.
It's very scary. There's a monster who's like impersonating people, and like different people are the Thing in it. And there's a scene where Wilfred Brimley is the Thing, and he's like ripping this guy's face off. And I saw an interview with him, and they were asking about like his acting method and all this stuff. And they're like, in that scene, you just had this like steely, cold emotion, and it was just so great. Whatever. You're like, what was your motivation? What were you thinking about during that scene? And he goes, I was thinking about picking up my laundry. Like, so every time I see that now, that's all I can see.
He's like, I gotta do household chores.
Yeah, he's like, I ripped this guy's face off. I hope they got the gravy stain out. Yeah. Jake and the Fat Man was huge. I forget.
It was.
Like, I couldn't tell you anything about. I mean, I know it was like a cop show.
Yeah, I know I watched it, but I also don't know what the show really. There were cops, yes. When you mentioned that, yeah, they were.
I get episodes mixed up with the commish.
Yeah, I liked the commish.
Commish, I really liked. I think I couldn't tell you anything about it. I remember liking it. But in the movie you watched is the Jetsons meet the Flintstones. So this was the 1987 movie where they meet each other, which as a kid that's
crazy.
There's your Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, right. I never watched that movie. It's like a Marvel thing, right?
But like all the characters interact. So
everybody.
Like, I can't believe everyone's in this movie.
This is Jason versus Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, what the hell? I have to say, if I had to pick, I'm a Jetsons guy. I think.
Why do you say you think?
Well, because I like a lot of the aspects of the Flintstones, but I can't stand Pebbles and Bam Bam.
You hate children. Nice.
Oh, I hate children. That's the thing. And because Elroy was older and I had a crush on Judy, it was fine.
Okay.
No, I think they just thought like they thought Bam Bam was way funnier than he was. So like, they're like, and Bam Bam comes in and says, Bam Bam, that's enough. And I'm like, no, please don't do this.
And the writers got paid for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Probably really good money too.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it. I did like the weird dinosaur, like appliances. That was
fun. That was the cool part about the show was like, oh, they're just using like prehistoric just stuff as other things.
Yeah. It's just a bird that is also a record player. And then our cover model, Mr. John Goodman, goes on to play Fred Flintstone in the movies.
That's right, he did. The live action.
Because no one else could. Who else could have done that? Nobody.
Honestly, I don't know.
He and he alone could be Fred Flintstone.
That's true. I would have to think really hard about that. I don't know.
I've never actually seen those movies.
But you know, why do you know?
I don't know. Like, I know the B-52s are in it.
Oh my gosh.
I know that Alan Cumming plays the Great Gazoo.
You are so strange.
I know. You're not the first to say that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm almost jealous. I'm like, dang, I feel very like unprepared for most things now. No. You're like, oh, did you know this guy was an executioner in Utah? What?
And you're like, no, but I did know this very useful thing that makes other people's lives better.
What the hell, man? To even find that information, it just sounds like you're on the spectrum, sir.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I'm sure that's a thing. Yeah. Do I get money for that?
You should. I would give you money. You need to go on Jeopardy or something. I feel like
I have a bunch of, weirdly, I think I know 4 comics who have been on Jeopardy and have done well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like 4 people who I started doing stand-up with. Definitely did better on Jeopardy than like in years of doing stand-up.
Well, sometimes that's how you find out what you're supposed to be doing.
That's true. I do want to point out Wednesday night for listeners of the show, they will be pleased by this. At 3 a.m. on Channel 27, they're playing the 1980 movie The Puma Man, which people know very well on the show. And TV Guide shockingly gave it 2 stars.
2 out of how many?
4.
Wow.
And The Puma Man is not a 2-star movie. I'll tell you that right now. That's
a Puma Man?
Yeah, it's an Italian-American co-production about a superhero who's actually a reincarnated Aztec god called the Puma Man, and it's one of the most incompetent, terrible movies I've ever seen. It's real bad.
Sounds bad.
Like, so bad that you're like, how did this happen? Like, there were so many times along the way someone could have been like, guys, we got to stop. What are we doing? Like, wow. Script, shootings, like there's so many times along that production that someone could have stopped it and didn't.
A Puma Man.
You're the Puma Man.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, because he's like the animal. So he's like Aztec native. They were. Oh. Yeah,
this like Aztec guy's like, your father was the Puma Man. Put this magic belt on and you can fly, because pumas can fly apparently. Yeah, and there's like aliens. It's real bad. And they thought they were gonna have like a whole series. Like, well, this is just the first Puma Man movie.
Wow.
We'll be making these for years.
Hell yeah.
They weren't.
No, thank God. It sounds terrible.
Thursday night, what are you doing?
Cosby Show, Different World, Beverly Hills, 90210.
Yeah. Cosby Show, again, we've talked about it a few times on this episode, but it's still a great show. Like, the ensemble cast is so good, which is like, obviously it's horrific at everyone who was his victim, but also I feel so bad for the rest of that cast who are like killer comedy people who did great on that show, and like their whole thing's ruined.
I think it's actually like when everything came out, Bill was so bad, it was almost like they just kind of we felt bad for everybody else.
Yeah.
I think the only person that was kind of trying to be supportive of him was Felicia Rashad. And we were like, girl, what?
Yeah. And even that, she was like, well, I just won't say anything.
Yeah, shut the hell up.
Yeah.
You look bad. But I think the rest of the people were so far away from it and being like, hell no. Or having their own kind of like, Lisa Bonet doesn't even talk to him. Like they were.
No, well, he fired her because of Angel Heart and all that stuff. Where she was like, she got off that train real early, and she made out a lot better for it than everyone else.
Yeah, so even like you see Elroy bagging groceries at Trader Joe's, no one's like, you were on that show with that sick man. It's like,
That poor guy, he was great on that show, and he's like, yeah, I don't think you understand acting. It's really hard to get gigs. And then if people know you from the biggest show in television, you haven't worked in 5 years, like, it's hard to go get a job in an office. Like, people are going to hire you.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I think we definitely separated the rest of the people away from that whole scandal. Thank goodness. Because I'm like, it's so weird, too, if you were to watch the show, I don't know. It was still just a really good show. Yeah.
And he's never the best part. Like, right. That's the thing. It's like, it's so well written. It's really funny. The ensemble, there's such great character actors on that show. Like, it's tough. And then Different World, I love so much. Like, Different World ruined college for me.
Did it?
Yeah. It was like, this is going to be like Hellman. And it wasn't.
Oh, you thought you were going to go to a black college when you went?
I didn't even know there were black colleges. I didn't even know that was a black college. I was just like, this seems cool. Seems like a cool college.
They had the token white boy that like dated.
And then
you didn't see any other white people.
So it didn't even occur to me. I was like, yeah, this seems cool. Marissa Tomei's there. Well, why can't I go?
That's right. There was a white girl and a white guy. That's so funny. No, they
loved it. Loved Whitley. I've gone to see Jasmine Guy sing jazz. She does.
She's great. Yeah,
love her. I loved A Different World.
You know what's so funny that you say that, because a lot of Hollywood always says people can't relate to black people's experiences. Oh, Black Panther's not going to be a good movie because he's black. It's like, that movie made so much fucking money.
Yeah, of course. And of all things, you're like, it's because he's black. People can't relate to a sci-fi superhero African prince.
Well, that's usually what the Hollywood always stops stuff, because the people who run the money think, I can't relate, so that means nobody else can. And here you are watching A Different World, being like, is that how every school is? Because that looks cool. And then you went to yours, and it was not like that.
Yeah, I show up at Northeastern, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I love that.
I've been tempted so many times. Like, you can buy Hellman College, like college paraphernalia.
You can buy any school's paraphernalia, by the way.
And which isn't even, it's not a real school.
It's not a real school.
But like, I've so been, I've never once bought anything from the actual college I went to. But I've been so tempted so many times, and I'm like, am I allowed to wear that though? Like, are people going to think I'm being like an asshole? No. Like, I love this.
Because I watched A Different World and was like, oh, I have to go to a black college. My brother went to a black college, and then I went to one too. So I was like, oh, this is cool to look at that and see how different it was. And also just like the idea of leaving your family and going to school in general, but then it's a different kind of school too. Yeah, we loved that show when we were kids.
It seemed, for whatever reason, like that seemed more, I could connect more easily with that show than 90210. For whatever reason. I mean, I think the characters were better on Different World.
You mean you didn't like Dylan? You didn't like the 40-year-olds playing high school kids?
Dylan was great.
Love Dylan.
I like a bad boy. I mean, I was probably the biggest. What's the blonde one's name?
Jason Priestley?
No.
Ian Ziering?
Ian Ziering, yeah.
Or
I'm a big Ian Ziering head. That guy. Wow. Really wanted to be like him.
I think that show was on for so long too, because I feel like I remember watching that show and being like, ooh, am I getting horny for boys now? Like, I think it hit me right around that time where I was like, ooh, heartthrob, cool. And they didn't have black boys on TV. Like, again, it's like just
I don't think they ever had a black character on 90210, ever.
I'm telling you. And we just had to relate to these white kids in Beverly Hills.
Yeah. That's pretty bad.
To school.
Yeah, like, especially now that you say that too, like, late 80s, early 90s seemed to have the least amount of black shows, like of black people in shows. Mm-hmm. Because obviously you had all the 70s stuff. There was, like, in a lot of ways, way more progressive. And then in the 80s, like, I mean, you had, like, Different Strokes and Webster.
Yes,
and
I
then,
did
like,
watch Webster, yeah.
And then, which Emmanuel Lewis had him on the show.
Okay.
Very interesting guy. Told me the craziest Michael Jackson story ever. It's not what you think.
No, Michael Jackson was crazy. So
100%. Yeah. But he was like best buddies with him for a few years.
Yeah.
And Michael Jackson used to call him up and ask if he could come over and do chores. Like, he would do like laundry and dishes and like mow the lawn and stuff.
No.
Yeah.
I bet you Michael got footage of him running around cleaning the house. He back there giggling and shit.
With Michael Jackson's like doing their dishes, and they're like, "Oh my god!" No, Michael Jackson wanted to do chores at Emmanuel Lewis's house.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
he was like, "I want to be a normal person."
Yes.
What is it like to clean a kitchen?
Right, because I'm sure he wasn't allowed to do anything.
Oh wow! Now that's very interesting.
Yeah, I was like, "Wow, that's insane," and it made me feel bad for him.
Because I see clips of Michael Jackson like now, where they're like. Michael Jackson would be like so funny and like talking shit about people, and like he would be a huge TikTok star if he was alive right now.
Yeah, but I'm like, instead he's like, "Hey, can I come mow your lawn?" Like, sure.
Hell yeah.
I joked, I was like, what would you do if he was really bad at it? Like, you didn't want him to do it again? Be like, you did a pretty shitty job last time.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Can I practice being a human being at your house, please?
You came over and mowed the lawn, you didn't even get the weed whacker out and do the edges, and you kind of look like shit. I don't know. I don't know if we want you over here again doing that.
You're not going to tell Michael Jackson he's shitty at doing house chores.
These clothes, they're not that clean. No, you didn't really dry them enough. Like, yeah, very.
That is an
weird.
Awesome story. Thank you, Webster. That's so cool.
I was like, he had some great stories. So great night, different world, loved it. I'm trying to think of even. Like, I guess you had Fresh Prince, but again, not like a relatable show. Like, the whole premise of that show is so fantastical.
It's like
you might as well be Bewitched or something.
A rough kid from Philly into a preppy school in LA. You're like, oh.
Or even like we were saying with Family Matters, you're like, oh, here's a show with a family that's just like a middle class family working. Yeah. Now you've made it about a nerd who can go into space.
Yeah. Like, we found the star, and it's this guy. So we're gonna,
And we were still 3 years away for Living Single, which I still think is one of the best shows in the 90s.
Oh yes.
That's at least streaming.
It is. Where? On Hulu?
It's on Hulu. I think it's on Tubi and a few other things. But like, I said this at the time when Friends started. I was like, what is this stupid Living Single ripoff?
I mean, that's what they said. The creator of Friends was like, if I were to make a show, it would be like Living Single. Yeah. Except these people are rich and don't have like any actual character traits. Let's pay them $10 million an episode.
Yeah, to start, and then they'll get
and also no black people until way later.
Yeah, Aisha Tyler,
like
the first
you
person
are
was
in New York City and you don't see any black people.
No, New York.
That's crazy.
It's not really a black city. It's not a big college town.
What are you talking? Not even on the way somewhere? You didn't bump into anybody outside?
Yeah, it's true. All those New York shows. Seinfeld, was there a single black person on Seinfeld?
I never watched that show, but I don't think they ever had one.
I don't think there was.
It's wild. Isn't that wild?
That's very strange. At this time, I think we might have had Hanging with Mr. Cooper at this time.
Oh, yes, Mark Curry.
With Mark Curry.
Yes.
Does he still do stand-up? He kind of disappeared.
I feel like I saw a picture of him with somebody recently somewhere. And I don't know if it was a good comment or a bad comment. About
I hope it's not bad, because he seems like he was a decent dude.
He hit on me when I was in Atlanta when I was younger.
Oh, really? Okay.
In my 20s. We were at the after hours place called Club 112.
At least it was in your 20s.
Yeah, I was in my 20s. They wouldn't allow me to go in there if I wasn't, but I was like 22, I think. I was like, hey, it's Mr. Cooper. He's like, stop calling me that.
Sure is.
But he's also like, hey, what are you guys doing later? I'm like, Mr. Cooper's trying to hit on me.
I watched you when I was 10.
Yeah, just making it more and more worse for him. Like, you should go home.
Yeah. I loved Holly Robinson on that show, though.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Because I loved her on 21 Jump Street. Like, and then I was like, and she's being funny on this show. Like, this is awesome.
You had a little crush. You had somebody you like to watch on TV.
Who didn't like Holly Robinson? And her dad was on Sesame Street.
Who?
He was in the original Sesame Street. Forget what his character name was.
Oh, but it's not Gordon.
No, it's pre-Gordon. He was
pre-Gordon.
Yeah, he was like Gordon kind of replaced his character when he left the show.
Oh wow, I did not know. See, there you go. Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah, she was as a kid. She hung around on that set. Then we have final night of the week, Friday night. How you closing this week out?
Family Matters, Step by Step, and a little bit of Soapdish.
Oh, okay. So you're TGIFing and then into Soapdish.
Yeah. I remember watching that movie multiple times for some reason.
Kofferschlagen.
Don't know why. I don't know why.
Funny. It's funny.
It's really so interesting. I'm like, I know the movie, and I'm like, what? It is a comedy, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg's in it, Kevin Kline.
Yes, right. See, I'm like, I think we saw that when we were kids.
Yeah, the scene I always remember is Kevin Kline wears glasses, but he won't wear them on the show, and they do a live episode and they have to read cue cards, and so they're trying to screw him over, so they give his character a disease called Kofferschlagen. And it's this big word, he can't see it, he doesn't want to put his glasses on. It's very funny.
No, yeah, maybe I should pull that up and watch that again.
It holds up. It's funny.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a funny movie. I feel like they tried to do like a musical of that movie at one point, and then it just didn't go. But yeah, good movie. Would recommend. Holds up. You didn't do Step by Step though.
I did. I said Family Matters. Step by Step. Okay. Yeah. Step by Step.
Oddly horny show. Like uncomfortably horny most of the time.
Step by step. First base, second base.
Yes. It's how you get to the bases. You just go.
You take it step by step.
Yeah. And this episode, like I always say that about the show because it would always be like, oh, the kids are trying to make money at a car wash. And then like they go in and the parents are like, hey, can you guys get out of here? I want to rail your mom. It'd be like really blunt and weird. And you'd be like, what? In this episode, literally it says, the plan. Frank and Carol spend a romantic weekend at a quiet lover's retreat while Dana minds their well-behaved kids at home. Like literally that's what this episode's about. And
We're going to get my back blown out, kids.
Yeah,
have a good
kids.
Weekend.
So Dana's in charge. Like, I don't want this. Nobody wants this.
Pushing boundaries all up and down the 90s, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What can we get away with?
Yeah. And I've gone back and rewatched some of that, and it's just as bad or worse than I thought of inappropriateness with the parents. Like, I'm like, oh, my memory actually cleaned this up a little bit.
Yeah. Even with Married with Children, it's like,
yeah.
Oh.
Well, that show's just like pretty hateful.
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah. Fox learned the wrong lessons from Married with Children. So Married with Children is an interesting case where it was an afterthought show when they first started. Like it was, their big budget shows were the show called Werewolf that they put all their money into, which was like The Incredible Hulk about a werewolf.
Oh, wow.
This show called Mr. President that Ed Weinberger, who worked on Cosby Show, made. And it starred George C. Scott as the president. And it was a sitcom about the president and his family in the White House. Huge bomb.
Wow. I was like, I don't remember any of this.
Yeah. No one remembers these shows. They had a show called Women in Prison that was a sitcom about women in prison.
A sitcom?
Yeah, a sitcom. Half-hour sitcom.
Orange is the New Black? What?
Yeah. And then Married with Children was like this afterthought show, as was America's Most Wanted. And the two biggest shows ended up being America's Most Wanted and Married with Children. Mm-hmm. So they were like, oh, we don't really understand why Married with Children was big, so we're just going to try to do more shows like that. And they tried to do these like intentionally offensive shows. Like they had a show called Babes that was just about 3 fat women.
Oh, God.
So the show literally, the title of the show was like making fun of the 3 leads in the show. And they were really funny. Like Wendy Jo Sperber was one of them, who's like an amazing comedic actor. Like it was just bizarre. It was like, I don't think you guys know what you're doing. This is terrible. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty bad for a while there. And then they, like, Once in Living Color hit, then they were like, okay, we think then Martin was big. They were like, all right, I think we have our niche now. But for like 4 years, there was some real, why are you guys doing this?
We definitely really enjoyed Married with Children for some reason. And I don't really know why. Like
it was silly and
Al
cartoonish.
Coming home and putting his hand in his pants and Peggy smoking cigarettes.
It's juvenile. It's like a cartoon, and you felt it was a little like you're getting away with something, like you shouldn't be watching it, or
maybe so.
But yeah, that does not hold. That's not a show. People are like, oh, over the pandemic, yeah, I binge watched Married with Children, all 12 seasons. Yeah, it's great. Really holds up. I think it was 12. Yeah.
Jeez.
Oof. Yeah,
that's unthinkable now. You get 2 max.
And these are 24-episode seasons, too.
Wow. It's like half the year, dude, almost. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, the streamers, their models did if a show lasts more than 2 seasons, they lose money on it somehow. So it's like, what are you people doing? Do you have any like comfort shows that you like? Do you have a show you like go to bed to, or like when you just want to like totally check out?
Currently?
Yeah. Or just historically?
No.
Wow.
I don't think. Well, maybe Martin.
Although I have to say, Shanae doesn't hold up.
Yeah, no. There's certain episodes of Martin where you're like, this is crazy. But
I saw a dude in a Shanae shirt like recently.
Oh, that's fun.
He was pumping gas with like a big Shanae. It was like one of those all over print shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little throwback.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Martin was so different for the time. Like my brother was in college when Martin was out, and he was like, we would call him and then be Thursday night. He's like, I gotta go. Martin's on. They had one TV in the dorm, and they would all run to the little lobby area and watch Martin in school. Like that was the thing. It was like a cultural juggernaut or whatever. It was really.
Well, he was known to he was pretty famous before the show. Mm-hmm. So I think that was part of it too, where people were like, wow, that guy who we saw on Def Comedy Jam, who was not being appropriate for a sitcom, is a sitcom. Like, we got to watch this.
And it was so funny though. Still, I mean, I think, and they even said like the cast would try to make each other break. That was the whole point of the show. Was just like, if I make this person laugh, then I'm doing a good job. You're like, that's what I want to do.
My only problem with the show, I always felt Tisha Campbell's character could have done better. Like a kid.
You mean as Gina?
Yeah, as Gina.
Was just
as
not
Gina.
a good girlfriend?
I was like, Gina should get out of there, man.
Oh, you mean she's dating the wrong person?
Yeah. That's like, as a kid, I was like,
Martin is not treating you right.
Doesn't treat Gina right. Yeah, it's not right. Because I loved her from, she was on the show Rags to Riches when I was a kid, if you recall that show. Oh, very weird show. It was after Annie was huge, they're like, we're going to do a musical set in the 60s. And it's about a rich guy who goes into an orphanage and adopts all the girls.
Oh.
Tisha Campbell was one of the girls. And they'd like they'd have full musical numbers. It was very weird.
And then somehow you found it.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't a lot on. And I've still listened to the show before. For years, I hated Baby Jessica because her falling in that goddamn well interrupted an episode of Rags to Riches, and I never saw the rest of it. And it wasn't until it was on TVD in 2007 that I was able to finally watch that episode.
We got to find Jessica. Is she alive right now? She's probably got a TikTok where she talks about her story.
Like, look, Baby Jessica, I want you to apologize to me personally for this Rags to Riches.
That's funny. You ruined a TV show for me by falling in a damn well.
Yeah, and I had to wait 25 years.
That is funny.
Poor kid.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone remembers it now. Well, thank you so much for doing this. I'm glad we got a chance to do this. I appreciate taking the time.
Yeah, this was fun. I wish I knew more things about things.
No, I don't. Because you're making the world a better place with your actually useful brain.
I really want you to go somewhere and like you write a book or something.
I've stopped and started several times.
I think that's what you have to. You just put it down somewhere. I don't know. It feels like you should be doing something. It's really insane how much you store up there.
Thank you.
And the rest of us are using
I will take it as a compliment.
It is, because the rest of us are like, I don't even know.
I don't know my phone number.
People can't even do like a map of America right now. Like,
that's not new, sadly.
Yeah, we are cooked. Like, people are like, we don't know what's going on. You're like, did you know? You're like,
here's a thing that you don't care about that I'll tell you for 5 minutes.
The book could be like how to impress people at like cocktail parties or something.
Yeah.
There's something in there.
Problem is you got to be invited to those parties first.
Oh, right. You probably wouldn't.
Then go to shannachristmas.com. There's links for all her stuff, but her comedy special, Highly Intelligent, is up on YouTube. It's very funny. Take the time to sit down and enjoy that. Try to stay cool this summer. I have the windows open. You can probably hear children screaming. That's outside my house, just so you know. Because it's actually a nice day, but it's been brutal and hot, and I don't like that. But you don't need to hear me complain about the weather. even though I'm old now. Anyway, I'll be here next week, and I'll have more weather to complain about then for a brand new edition of TV Guidance Counselor.
You are so strange.